This program is brought to you in part by Eureka, the spirit of adventure.
I'm Ben Stacey.
And I'm Sean Rowley. Paddling is a passion for us both, so we decided to embark on a paddling adventure.
We will have 7 days to paddle the Trent Severn Waterway from Trenton on Lake Ontario to Port Severn on Georgian Bay, and will pass through 43 locks along the 386-kilometer route. We will be supported by our film crew, who will meet us at each lock and help us vehicle portage around some of the bigger lakes.
We will also be joined by some guest paddlers, and we'll meet some friends along the way.
So join us as we get outside on a paddling adventure.
Well, it's 6:45 in the morning. I'm just about to get up and pack up and start our next long day. Got a long way to go.
It's raining. It's raining on us. It's not supposed to rain today.
All right, I think I'm packed. Make me some breakfast and get going here. Taking 2 Nalgene's on the water today because if it's going to be as hot as yesterday, I need to stay hydrated. And I've also got these little sports drink mixes that when you mix them into here, it rehydrates you as well, gives you, I don't know, there's some medical thingy or some chemical that you need to stay hydrated. So that'll be in my pack to mix. I mix one with each and definitely stay hydrated today.
We made our way from Glen Ross to Percy Reach overland.
So today I am not paddling solo. I have the other half of Paddling Adventures Radio here going to be sitting in my bow seat today helping me paddle. Derek Specht is going to be joining us on today's journey.
From, was it Percy Reach to Hastings?
To Hastings, yeah. So looking forward to it?
I am. This is I don't often get a chance to do the Trent Severn. We actually did it on Canada's 150, went through the Peterborough lift lock. But this is the first time I've done such an extensive trip by watercraft up the Trent Severn. Glad to finally meet Ben.
Yeah. I'm hoping this... There he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Derek brought the wind for you.
Yes.
I know, it's a little windy.
Keep it cool, right?
Cool is good.
Cool is
Wind
good.
against us is not good. So yeah, we're about to get in the boats and get going, so this is going to be fun.
We launched the canoes and then just had a short paddle around the corner to the bottom of Lock 8.
We are just holding up by the wall, waiting for them to lower a boat and let it out. And then we get going. Then we'll be in it and on our way once again.
While we were waiting, Sean was inspired to do his best Gandalf impression.
You shall not pass!
It was mesmerizing.
I find that the Trent Severn is rather weedy.
This was another day with a whole series of locks fairly close together.
We are in Lock 9, heading up. This one's kind of cool. I'm actually near the ladder, so I can hang on to the ladder a little bit. It's very, very mucky.
We were now paddling through cottage country. There were cottages lining both sides of the river.
Next was our first set of flight locks. 2 locks together. Really tall, really intimidating. From the bottom of the first lock at Ranny Falls, you were looking at the full height of both locks.
They opened the massive doors and we paddled through to the top walk. In this lock, we had a visitor. I really hope it made it out when the gates opened.
After the Ranny Falls locks, we paddled right through the heart of Campbellford.
We got a call from Haley. She was looking at the marine forecast for the lake we have to go towards Hastings on. 20 knot winds, swells of like half a meter. So we'll decide once we get to Healy Falls, but it may be a drive around again. Thanks.
After almost 2 full days of paddling, you were likely to get a few blisters. So I stopped for a quick first aid break. After Crow Bay, the river really widened. We stopped to check on our progress.
Let me see. We have done 16K in 4.5 hours.
Not bad.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the thing that we didn't, when we planned, that we didn't really take into account is the locks.
Yeah.
The time in the locks. I mean,
Well, today's been pretty good though. Right?
Oh, it's been pretty good today, yeah. A lot better than yesterday. But, of course, even if it's 15 minutes in a lock, times however many, that adds up, right? So
Yeah.
that's what's slowing us down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 locks today.
Yeah.
There are 3 locks at Healy Falls. The first is a regular lock. We were amazed at the amount of zebra mussels on the walls of some of the locks. They are covered in them. The second and third locks at Healy Falls are flight locks, with the highest combined lift on the waterway.
There was also a power generating station at Healy Falls.
Ooh, this one's intimidating.
You are truly in a chasm. When the gates close and the water starts filling the lock, you realize just how small you are.
It's super high looking up at that locked door.
Once we were at the top, we had some decisions to make.
We're learning a lot on this trip. We kind of, in our planning, didn't plan out, or were maybe overly ambitious in our what we thought we could do.
It's hard to keep pace with the locks. The locks do slow you down,
Yeah.
and it's not something I
And
thought
also 40-something K a day paddling.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot no matter where.
Yeah, well, we went
where
off
you
of
are.
other people saying as well they were doing that kind of mileage. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I know we really didn't. Well, some people were actually saying they were doing more.
I don't believe them anymore.
No, I do not believe them. Maybe the back half will be better.
Maybe in a kayak.
Yeah, well, maybe in a kayak,
Yeah.
even still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could continue, but there's a good chance we would not get to Hastings, which was our goal, until like late at night. It's still another 20-something kilometers from here. Plus, the weather, the marine forecast says some 20-knot winds, potentially on some of the bigger lakes, which we have to go across.
This next section is a huge lake,
Yeah.
just huge bubbles of lake.
We're supposed to be staying at Hastings.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, we had already planned to skip Rice Lake by car.
Yeah.
So are we just driving to Hastings to set up camp and then driving from Hastings to Scott Mills?
To meet up with Kevin Callan.
Yes. Because we have to be at Scott Mills in the morning.
Yeah.
Or do we just go to Scott Mills?
Well, one of the things that we were stopping at Hastings for
There was a pub.
Was there a pub? I know one of the things that we didn't want to skip locks.
We didn't want to skip lots. Well, we know there's one at the end we're skipping. We
Yeah.
gotta miss Couchiching just because of distance driving.
Yeah.
I mean, Hastings is one lock in the middle of this giant stretch of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it really doesn't make sense just to go there to camp.
we've decided that what we're going to do, instead of going to Hastings just to unload and set up camp,
we are going to go straight to Scott's Mills, set up camp there, and then leave first thing in the morning. So that is the plan, and hopefully everything works out.
All plans change. It turns out that there is no camping available at Scott's Mills, so we ended up staying at the next lock in Ashburnham.
Things aren't going totally as planned, but we're having a great time anyway, regardless of the little setbacks. And they're not major setbacks either. You know, if you gotta avoid a great big chunk of open water because a marine report says, you know, there's going to be lots of wind and stuff like that, then you know what, it's going to be a bad time. And you know, it's a bit of a safety concern as well. So it's unfortunate we didn't get to camp where we wanted to camp, the lock we wanted to camp tonight, but we'll head back there tomorrow and start our journey from there. Looking forward to paddling with Kevin Callan tomorrow. Can't wait to day 3 of this trip.